Hello, and welcome to the Stoic Spectacled King channel. I'm your Spectacled King, here to help you navigate the complexities of modern life through the light of ancient wisdom. Every dawn is a silent promise offered to us by the universe. As the first rays of the sun pierce the darkness, not just a new day is born, but also a new beginning, a clean slate, a moment brimming with potential. Life presents us with this priceless gift anew each morning, an opportunity. But how do we receive this gift? Most of us are jolted from bed by the harsh sound of an alarm, our minds instantly flooded with the day's to-do lists, anxieties, and rushes. Like automatons, we dive into the day unthinkingly, unconsciously. We feel trapped between the burdens of yesterday and the uncertainties of tomorrow. But what if there is another way? What if we could use those first, precious moments of the morning as a sanctuary, a preparation ground, a center for gathering inner strength? The ancient Stoic sages, emperors like Marcus Aurelius, former slaves turned philosophers like Epictetus, statesmen like Seneca knew this transformative power of the morning. For them, morning was not just about waking up, but about awakening consciousness. It was the most critical time to establish mental and emotional equilibrium, to build an inner citadel against the storms of the day. In this video, we will explore precisely this. Guided by our morning Stoic practices mind map, we will examine step by step how we can begin the day more consciously, more calmly, and with unwavering resolve. Because every morning is not just an opportunity, it is also a choice. Regardless of external circumstances, we possess the power to choose our internal responses, our intentions, and our actions. The morning is the time to remember and exercise this power of choice. It is a moment for mental cleansing, clearing our minds of unnecessary burdens. If you are ready, let us open the door to Stoic morning rituals and see together how you can transform your day and perhaps your entire life. This is a journey to discover the beliefs and actions worth standing firm on without regret. That moment when you open your eyes, that brief, precious interval before reaching for your phone, before surrendering to the noise of the day. Right there, that is the fertile ground where the seeds of Stoic awareness can be sown. The modern world presents an endless cacophony vying for our attention. Notifications, news feeds, unending tasks. Our mind, like a rudderless ship on the ocean, is tossed from one thing to another. Stoicism, however, offers us an anchor, inner silence, and conscious awareness. This doesn't mean silencing the external world. Rather, it means awakening the observer within us, being able to watch the ebb and flow of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. The principle of awareness in our mind map points precisely to this practice of creating silent mornings. This silence is as much about the reduction of inner chatter as it is the absence of external noise. Mornings are often an opportunity for awakening from automatic living. Do we wake up with the same anxieties as last night? Are we ready to repeat the same patterns, the same reactions? Or can we pause and breathe? Those first few breaths. Become aware of the air filling your lungs. Feel your body's contact with the bed. This simple act takes you off autopilot and anchors you in the present moment. In these moments, the practice of recognizing emotions begins. Perhaps there's a slight anxiety, maybe the excitement of anticipation, or perhaps just a feeling of tiredness. The Stoic doesn't push these feelings away or cling to them. They simply acknowledge them. They observe them like passing clouds. This is a practice of introspection, mapping out our own inner world. Ask yourself, what is happening in my mind right now? What am I feeling in my body? This is where the importance of mindfulness comes into play. This is not just a popular concept. It is a fundamental virtue practiced by Stoics for thousands of years. It means living in the moment, consciously directing our attention to what is happening right now, and crucially, creating a space between events and our reactions to them. Imagine being stuck in traffic and instead of instantly succumbing to anger, being able to insert a breath of awareness between that initial impulse and your response. The morning practices training for moments like these throughout the day. These simple awareness exercises, performed in the first quiet minutes of the morning, clarify your mind like a still lake. Thoughts cease to be turbulent waves and transform into gentle ripples on the surface. Thus, you begin the day not swept away by the chaos of the outer world, but centered within yourself, calmer, more focused, and wiser. This is the first victory of the day. Taking control of your own mind. When Stoicism is mentioned, often the image that comes to mind is a cold, distant figure suppressing their emotions, a stone-hearted sage. However, this is a common misconception, contrary to the spirit of the philosophy. True Stoic wisdom is not emotionlessness, but emotional mastery. This isn't about ignoring or fearing emotions, but understanding them like messengers, grasping their origins, and responding to them wisely, the accepting emotions section in our mind map points to this delicate balance. Those calm moments of the morning are a kind of emotional laboratory. It's where we prepare our inner equipment for the potential storms the day might bring: an argument, a disappointment, a sudden wave of stress. So, how is this preparation done? The first step is showing the courage for facing emotions. This can be like entering a dark room, initially uncomfortable, perhaps even frightening. It's not easy to sit with emotions we label as negative, like anger, jealousy, or fear. But the Stoic knows that every emotion we flee from grows in the shadows and begins to control us. Facing it, however, diminishes its power over us. Just like a sailor who doesn't deny the storm, but reads the waves and steers their ship accordingly. This confrontation goes hand in hand with the principle of not suppressing emotions. Every suppressed emotion is like a pressure cooker. Eventually, it explodes unexpectedly and destructively, perhaps in a disproportionate fit of anger over a minor setback, perhaps as a constant inner turmoil. Stoicism teaches us not to suppress emotions, but to observe them, understand them, and channel their energy in constructive directions. Instead of denying the disappointment you feel, it's about asking, yes, I feel disappointed right now. What is the source of this feeling, and what is it trying to tell me? The ultimate goal is not to be a leaf tossed about in the wind of our emotions, but to gain the skill of controlling reactions. When someone criticizes you unfairly, the initial reaction might be defensiveness or anger. Stoic practice involves inserting a conscious moment between this initial impulse and your response. Pausing to think, is this criticism true? Is there even a grain of truth in it? How can I respond more constructively instead of reacting with anger? This control is not about not feeling the emotion, but about not letting the emotion dictate your actions. The foundation for all of this lies in the acceptance of emotions, as highlighted in our mind map. Accepting emotions just as they are, without labeling them as good or bad. They are part of our inner landscape, offering us valuable information. Dedicating time to this inner work in the mornings enhances our emotional intelligence. It enables us to respond to the situations we encounter throughout the day with more calm, balance, and ultimately, more wisdom. This is the first step towards emotional freedom. The journey of life is not a smooth highway. It is filled with bumps, sharp turns, and unexpected potholes. Pain, loss, disappointment, and failure are inevitable parts of this journey. Most of us try to avoid these experiences, viewing them as defeats, sources of shame. But the Stoics offer us a radical perspective. The obstacle is the way. Difficulties are hidden opportunities, the learning from pain and failure section in. Our mind map emphasizes exactly this transformative power. The tranquility of the morning is an ideal time to examine past challenges, perhaps a setback from yesterday, perhaps a scar left from years ago, through a Stoic lens. This isn't about reopening wounds, but distilling wisdom from them, remember. For the Stoic, failure is a teacher, and one of the most effective ones. Success might bring us pleasure, but it is often our failures that shape our character, push our limits, and make us grow. Think of Thomas Edison's thousands of failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. He didn't see them as failures, but as 10,000 ways that won't work. Each attempt was a lesson, bringing him one step closer to the solution. Every difficulty is actually an invitation for discovering character. How do we react under pressure? Do we give up, or do we find the resilience within us? How deep is our patience? What are our values? Hard times strip away masks and reveal who we truly are. This discovery offers a self-knowledge we could never attain in comfortable times. The Arianna Huffington example, mentioned in our mind map, illustrates this beautifully. After fainting from exhaustion and breaking her jaw, this painful experience pushed her to re-evaluate her life. What could have been seen as a failure became a turning point for her, leading her to found Thrive Global and inspire millions towards a more balanced life. Pain can be not an end, but a catalyst for a new beginning. A brief reflection practice in the morning strengthens our muscle for confronting problems. Think about a challenge you faced yesterday. What happened? How did you feel? How did you react? What could you have done differently? What was within your control and what wasn't? Asking these questions prepares you to be more ready, more conscious, and more effective when facing similar situations in the future. The Stoic does not enjoy pain or failure, but they do not run from them either. They embrace them as opportunities to increase inner strength, deepen wisdom, and build a more resilient spirit. Adopting this perspective in the morning mentally armors us against the inevitable challenges the day will bring. The obstacle is no longer something to be feared, but a step to be overcome, one that will make us even stronger. In the tranquility of the morning, before our minds are filled with the demands of the external world, a perfect opportunity arises to make space for two cornerstones of Stoic practice: gratitude and humility. These two virtues are like twin siblings, nurturing each other, opening the doors to inner peace and true wealth. The humility and gratitude section in our mind map sheds light on this deep connection. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but correctly understanding your place in the universe. It's accepting our smallness against the infinity of the cosmos, the limits of our knowledge against the complexity of life. This is the foundation of the journey of self-knowledge. Honestly seeing our own limits and flaws purges us of arrogance and makes us open to learning. As Socrates said, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. This humble starting point is the path to true wisdom. Humility prepares fertile ground for gratitude. When we are freed from the illusion of self-sufficiency, we begin to notice the countless gifts in our lives. This is where the power of gratitude comes into play. Consciously focusing on what we are thankful for in the morning radically changes our perspective. Instead of focusing on deficiencies and what we lack, it allows us to see the abundance of what we possess. This doesn't have to be about grand gestures or expensive possessions. A simple daily gratitude practice is sufficient. Taking a few minutes at the start of the day, you can reflect on these. Gratitude for waking up healthy. Gratitude for being able to breathe. gratitude for having a roof over your head, food to eat, gratitude for the presence of loved ones. Perhaps even gratitude for the sunlight streaming through your window or the bird song you hear. This practice reprograms our minds from negativity towards positivity. As Marcus Aurelius often did in his meditations, it's about appreciating what we have by desiring them as if we did not have them. Gratitude, rather than creating a sense of lack, allows us to recognize the richness and sacredness of the present moment. It has also been scientifically proven to alleviate depression, increase happiness, and reduce stress. Gratitude and humility make us more resilient. When life gets tough, remembering what we are grateful for helps put challenges into a more accurate perspective. It also makes us more generous and understanding towards others. Because when we understand our own fragility and our need for others, our capacity for empathy grows. A Stoic morning is a time when we consciously cultivate these two virtues. This not only provides a positive start to the day, but also deepens our character, making us more peaceful, wiser individuals, more firmly connected to life. Stoic practices are not merely passive thought exercises or emotional acceptances. They are a call to active will, conscious action, and unwavering responsibility. The early hours of the morning are not just when we adjust our minds and emotions, but also when we consciously take the helm of the day. This is where self-discipline, staying present, and setting intentions come into play. The self-discipline and responsibility, focusing on the now and creating a meaningful day. Sections in our mind map illuminate these action-oriented steps. Mornings are the moment we shake off grogginess and demonstrate the will for self-control, perhaps. This means waking up early, exercising, meditating, or simply sitting quietly for a few minutes. These small acts of discipline activate our resources of inner strength, enhancing our capacity to handle greater challenges throughout the day. This also means fully embracing the responsibility of making choices as the captain of our lives. External factors, the weather, traffic, others' behavior may be beyond our control. But our reactions, priorities, and actions are entirely our choice. The morning is the time to remind ourselves of this fundamental Stoic truth. The only things we can control are our own actions and judgments. For the Stoics, the most valuable treasure is not the past that constantly slips away or the future that has not yet arrived, but the present moment, the only reality we possess right now. That is why knowing the value of the moment is vital. Our minds naturally tend to wander between past and future thoughts, past regrets, future anxieties. Morning practice is the exercise of gently but firmly bringing our attention back to the present, focusing on our breath, engaging our senses, fully immersing ourselves in the task at hand. This is what living in the moment means. Just as an archer focuses all attention on the target at the moment of aiming, we too should approach the day's tasks with this focused presence. Crowning our morning practice with a concrete plan of action makes the day more meaningful. This means creating an agenda for the day, or more importantly, setting an intention. What kind of person do I want to be today? According to which values will I act? What attitude will I adopt towards the challenges I face? Setting simple intentions like, today I will be patient, today I will be kind to everyone I meet, or today I will focus on my work and do my best, serves as a compass throughout the day. Starting our day with the intention to live according to one's own values protects us from being swept away by fleeting impulses or external pressures. It guides us towards a more purposeful, consistent, and ultimately more fulfilling life. Staying present with self-discipline and beginning the day with a clear intention is the culmination of the Stoic morning practice. It transforms thought into action, philosophy into life, and so together, we have peeled back the layers of a Stoic morning. As we have seen, these practices go far beyond merely starting the day well. They are time-tested drops of wisdom with the potential to transform our entire lives, breaking free from autopilot with awareness. Understanding and accepting emotions instead of suppressing them. Embracing pain and failure as teachers. Knowing our place in the universe with humility and feeling gratitude for what we have. Living in the moment with self-discipline and starting the day with clear intention. These are the practices of Stoic philosophy, summarized in the conclusion section of our mind map. When brought together, they form a powerful foundation that shapes not just our mornings, but our entire existence. Through these practices, we progress on the path to gaining strength and calmness in the face of life's inevitable storms. We build an inner citadel, unshakable, unbreakable, regardless of external conditions. This is not a mechanical prescription or a rigid list of rules. This is an art of self-discovery and living. By adapting these principles to your own life each morning, you explore your own inner landscape. You begin to discern which actions and beliefs are truly important to you. The values you can stand behind without regret. Every day is an opportunity to create a masterpiece. Stoic morning practices are the brushes and colors in your hand to create that masterpiece. Using them, you can add wisdom, resilience, peace, and meaning to the canvas of your life. By bringing Stoic wisdom into your mornings, step into each day with renewed purpose, more consciously, more peacefully, and with unwavering strength. Discover your inner power and transform your life into a work of art. Thank you for joining me on this journey here at the Stoic Spectacled King channel. Until we meet again in our next video to explore new horizons of wisdom, keep your inner citadel strong.